I'm out here today with my 1966 Schwinn+Breeze Deluxe 3-speed. This bike's 100% original, right down to the tires and everything. Pretty darn decent original violet paint, fairly rare color, nice straight chain guard, nice bold beautiful screen printing on that chain guard. 3-speed hub is also dated 3 of 66. It's a CC date code frame. Beautiful chrome on that crank. Pretty fair chrome on the wheels. They're center stamped Schwinn tubular wheels. This violet paint is somewhat of a rare color. And even on this overcast of a day in which it's about to rain, so I'm going to sum this up real quick. You can just still see how, you know, rich the finish on this bike is. Got the violet glitter grips that match. The Deluxe Breeze also features the Deluxe spring cushion saddle. The difference between the Deluxe spring cushion saddle and a standard S seat is that the subframe underneath here is made of springs instead of just being a stamped pan, and you know that offers quite a bit of flex and comfort versus the standard stamped pan seat. It's got a nice clear tag on the back. The corner of the cover is pulling through a little bit here, so that should be pointed out. Rims have pretty decent chrome for the most part, but there were some spots of rust that they just would not come off, and it got scarred up a little bit. Here's a spot right here, and it's only in, you know, one length on both rims. Probably where it's sat at its lowest point for years and years. You know, the moisture ran down and condensated and collected at one point on the wheel, and so, you know, 85% of the rest of the chrome on the rim is, you know, outstanding, but there are those scarred spots that are about 6 or 8 inches long on both wheels. Still has the original Union chain. Excellent chain, by the way. I had soaked this in engine degreaser overnight, re-lubed it up, and you know, you keep this lubed annually, and this chain will last you a lifetime. I mean, it's been kicking, what, 45 years already, so yeah, no troubles there. Cleaned up the cog too. I backed both cones out from the hub, cleaned them out the best I could, loaded some grease in there and reset the bearings, but you know, I got a don't fix it if it isn't broken policy with hubs, and this one was shifting fine, so you know, I didn't go taking it apart. You actually have to take them apart to get the bearings out, so I, you know, just lubed it up, let it continue rolling on strong well into the future. The bike does still have the original tires, and they are cracking. The back one's cracked heavier than the front. I did stuff an old Kenda tire that's, you know, it's comparable to these. Stuffed it right inside there, beads and all, and you know, that's a nice heavy reinforcement for that rear wheel there. I haven't had any troubles with them. I've been running 40 psi in both of them, despite what it says on the sidewall, and they're nice and firm, and I haven't had any troubles with them at all. Nice chrome on the bars. Beautiful chrome headset. Pretty fair chrome on the stem. There's a little light spot of some scarring or rust there that, you know, it's been cleaned up and it looks pretty damn presentable, but you get right down on it and you might see a few blemishes here or there. Nice Schwinn head badge. Just overall, it's a pretty decent bike. I've done a lot of restoration work with it, cleaning it up, you know, and packed cleaned and packed the crank bearings and polished the chrome throughout the bike. And if one wanted to enhance this bike even further, you know, take some mother's maggot aluminum polish to these brake calipers and brake levers. I washed all the brake assembly equipment and it's clean, but you know, that finish could be enhanced further with the little hand buffing. Now, as I said, the bike is 100% original. There are some things I'm throwing in with it. I'd like to point out that these series of pedals were a dangerous run. I left them on, and I'm including another set of beater pedals. I'm going to get to that in just a second, but here's the issue with these pedals, and pretty much all of them from, like, you know, about 63 to 67 had this issue in which these blocks would start spinning, and you know, you could slip a foot off of there pretty easily. Like I say, in the name of retaining this bike as 100% original, they're on there at this point, but I am tossing in this old set of cruiser pedals here. They're nothing special, you know, they're looking a little rough, but you know, the shafts spin straight and are free spinning, and they have nice solid blocks that aren't going anywhere because they have a rectangular rod that runs all the way through the middle there, and this will give you a good surefire footing on your bike. And yeah, they're not the prettiest, but like I say, safety reasons, get these going along with the bike. And also going with the bike is this other original Schwinn tire I got laying around. It's got some cracking. It's nothing special, but you know, if one of these tires on the bike happens to fail you, then at least you got something to fall back on, keep you on the road for a while, you know, without having to spend any immediate money. And got a fender set here. The front one's pretty decent as far as dents and whatnot. I didn't chrome polish either of these. The back one has some dents past the rear fender arch there. So I mean, if somebody wanted to shorten this and do a quarter wrap fender with it, the majority of it's real decent and straight, that it would make a real nice cut down quarter wrap, but I just left it alone. Either way, just even as is, they'll keep the rain off your back more than not having any. There's a set of fender braces and the fender hardware. So that pretty much wraps it up for this bike today. Thanks for having a look.